Yo, GM Pat, what's up?
Hey, Mike Holden. How's it going?
It's going very well. Are you ready to see if we can continue to build this ball club that hopefully will get Mike Trout a ring?
Yeah, I am. Are we live on the right channel? Are we live on my channel? Should we I probably should talk about that on the air.
We're on the right channel. We're live. We're on the PF Holden channel right now.
Oh, all right. Cool. All right, never mind.
And I'm using my baseball coffee mug.
Cool. I got my Baltimore Orioles pint glass, and ooh, that splashed a little. That was good. I got a Baltimore beer. It's called Early to Rise Breakfast Stout from Monument Brewing.
Yeah.
Which is an excellent. I've only had 2 of their beers, but both of them have been awesome, and I'm looking forward to trying their vanilla porter some next time I need beer, which is soon because this is my second to last beer. So should we catch people up to what we're doing in case people are just tuning in and didn't see the first episode? Or
yeah, why don't we give them a really quick recap?
Cool. So
welcome to the Trout stream, everybody.
Right. So what we're doing here is we're taking the Angels with 1 season and 1 season only to see if we can win them a championship. Because I don't really know what they're doing in real life. Did you see the Padres got traded for another pitcher today? Meanwhile, the Angels did not make any trades for pitchers today.
Wait, in real life, they've already added Snell and Darvish. They got somebody else?
Yeah, they got Joe Musgrove from the Pirates today.
He's really good. What?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have a bad rotation last season, right? I mean, it
was pretty thin until they got Clevenger from the Indians, but now Clevenger's out this whole year.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But pretty much every guy in their starter would be a top 1 through 3 starter. Darvish and Snell are arguably both number 1s. And then Lamet and Musgrove are both decent 2 or 3s. But anyways, I thought of this project when I saw that because I'm now I know the Angels don't have the trade capital that the Padres do, right? The Padres rebuilt and sucked and built the best farm system in baseball, and now they're cashing it in. And they still have held on to so many of their top prospects too. But it's man, what are the Angels doing? There are some decent pitchers out there in free agency, and you're the LA freaking Angels with an LA budget and Mike Trout on your team, and you haven't done anything.
Exactly. That's the thing that I think leaves us scratching our head and makes us just want to see if we can get him a ring in this game.
Right, year after year. So why don't I go ahead and share my screen? Give me just a second here.
And if anybody missed the first one, we're still preseason. We're getting close to opening day.
Right.
We've made some trades to add a couple of pitchers already. We've added Bauer and Archer as starters.
I can pull that up and I can show those trades we've made.
And then you've got 3 trades ready to roll too.
I messed around with it some after our. Here, let me know when you can see my screen. Oops, that didn't work. All right.
I can add it to it. You want me to add it to the stream?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yep.
There you go.
All right, you can see me?
Yep.
All right, so here's what we did.
Off the screen. I'm going to go big here, full screen.
Cool. So you can see we traded Joe Adell, who's our best prospect, and a minor league pitching prospect to the Reds. We got Bauer, and they retained 40% of the deal, and we got Iglesias for a bullpen. They retained 5% of the deal. And then we traded Tommy La Stella and a bunch of minor league prospects, none of who were even top 10, I don't think, for Chris Archer, and they retained 5%. So we added Archer and Bauer to the rotation, which is huge for this team because that's what they needed most. And I think our other areas we're looking at what we can do at first base, left field, right field, and just pitching, whether it's starting or bullpen, right?
Right, and that's what you've been looking into.
Right. And so one of the things I noticed, and as we were looking around, we're we're the Angels and we have a ton of budget room, but we're going to probably bring in some salary. So I didn't realize that Jason Castro was making $6.8 million, and he's an awesome catcher. But I went to the Padres, who have Austin Hedges, who is rated even higher, making like half the money. And I found a trade that I like with the Padres. That's the one I'll show you first. So it's Castro and this minor league first base prospect who is basically a nobody, but some teams are interested in for some reason. And we get Austin Hedges and Drew Pomeranz, who is a good reliever. I mean, he'd pitch out of the back end of our bullpen. Our scouts only get him as a 50 overall, but these pitches and that movement, I think he'd be pretty good. They'd eat 50% of his deal. In the end, we would gain $850,000 of budget room by upgrading at catcher and bringing in basically a setup guy. I mean, that's like a no-brainer.
Yep.
Right?
I'd say got to do it.
Yeah. Yep. So you want me to do this one and go to the next one, or go?
Yeah, I'd say complete the trade while we're sitting right here.
Cool. And I think I checked to make sure none of the same prospects were in any of these 3 deals. We'll find out, though.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to complete that trade. All right. Well, players appreciate that we're bringing in Austin Hedges. They like his leadership.
Excellent.
And we won't go and add everybody to the 40-man yet. We'll wait and do that at the end. So let's go back to the trades here. And the next trade was with the Mariners, where I remembered that you could get Evan White pretty cheap. Not cheaply, but the Mariners were willing to deal him. And so Evan White is a very young first baseman who broke into the league this year for the Mariners. He's 23, and they have him signed long-term. And I think that's maybe why I don't know why in this game the Mariners want to get rid of him, but it's not a bad deal. And if you can see this, I mean, he's young, so he could always flop on us in his first year, but he's a pretty clear upgrade over anyone we have. And while first base defense doesn't matter much, he's like a Gold Glove caliber first baseman.
Yeah, seems like a good deal.
And and I forgot to tell you, there's somebody. So we also would be getting a corner outfielder, Kyle Lewis, who actually won real life AL Rookie of the Year this year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I think he won it in my sim too. Really, no.
Yeah, he won it in my sim also when I did these efforts.
No, but he can play all outfield positions, and I mean he's a clear upgrade over what we have in the corners right now. So I think that solves the first base and one of the corner outfield positions. And before I do that one, I'll show you what I was thinking of doing with the other corner outfield. And it's a bunch of prospects, by the way. But and Jared Walsh, who's a backup first baseman. This guy is one of our top prospects. Other than that, it's no top prospects.
Okay.
But a bunch of good prospects, basically. And so then the last deal here is with the Yankees. We'd be giving up Justin Upton, but eating 40% or 60% of his deal, and then giving up really our next 2 best prospects in Adams and Jackson and a couple other guys. And we'd get Tommy Kahnle, who is a good reliever. He'd be a setup guy for us, I think. And Giancarlo Stanton, and they'd eat 10%. Of course, Stanton's contract is terrible in this game, and that's why they want to get rid of him.
Right. But we're not worried about that because we're in it for 1 year.
1 year. So this would cost us $14 million in budget room, which would take us down to about $12 million. I think the other deal was costing about $1 million in budget room. So it'd be down to still about $11 million in budget room, even after all these deals.
That's good. I mean, it still gives us some money maybe to add some more bullpen help.
Right. Or if you have $11 million in budget room halfway through the season, you can add a guy who's making $22 million, right? That's like an ace pitcher. So I don't know. I think those. I'm going to pull the trigger on both these deals. You cool with that?
Sounds great, man.
Cool. So I'm going to complete this one. Oh, our fans.
Kevin Chase says there is no next year. Make these deals.
That's right. That's right. For 1 year only. All right. So that deal is done.
And we got another suggestion from All Things Gaming for Tommy Edman from the Cardinals as a good option in left field if he can't get a big name player for the outfield.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and I think Edmund can play all over, too. I actually ended up with him in my O's sim, and he was like MVP caliber 1 year. All right, so I'm going to complete this trade. So why don't I make these trades, put the dudes on the roster, and then we'll see where we're at.
Cool.
All right, so rosters and transactions. I'm sure I'm going to have to send some guys down off the 26-man roster. So let's go ahead and put Evan White on. Stanton. Just need to figure out how many pitchers. So we have too many pitchers on this team right now. So I need to option a couple pitchers. This guy probably has options. Kyle Keller. How you doing, man? He's pretty decent. We might need to call him back up, but we're going to send him down for now. We're going to put Canely on the roster, and then I need to send down one more pitcher. Maybe Noe Ramirez has options. Oh, he's out of options. All right, cool. I got to find a pitcher that we have options on real quick. Does Bedrosian have any options? Nope. We might just have to DFA somebody here. Not doing either of those guys. Robles, I'm not. Middleton is decent, though. All right, I'm going to send down Middleton for now. We sent down two pretty decent pitchers, but whatever. We'll figure that out. We'll have injuries. They'll be back.
Yeah, definitely. And Foolish Baseball commented and said, yo, just wanted to stop by and say you're doing an awesome job making videos about this game.
Oh, wow. Foolish Baseball said that? I don't have the comments up. He's like, Foolish Baseball is like the original out of the park tutorial person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've definitely seen Foolish Baseball's tutorials.
Yeah, I had never really dug into YouTube for this game until this year. But when I started making them, a couple people referenced Foolish Baseball's YouTube tutorials, which I think are from like 2 years ago, maybe. And they're really
I think so.
good.
Maybe like the 2019 version of the game.
Yeah, they're really good.
I think those are the ones I've watched. Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. So thanks, man. That means a lot. All right, so now we've got 14 pitchers and 13 hitters. Wait, how do we have? Oh, because Ohtani counts as both. I was like, how do we have 27 guys? It's because of freaking Ohtani. Wait, Kyle Lewis isn't going to be. Oh, Kyle Lewis must be on a minor league deal still. All right, give me a second. We got to add Kyle Lewis to the old roster here. So let me figure out what outfielder we're getting rid of. Probably this guy, Hermosillo. We're going to send him down. And we're going to bring up Kyle Lewis. All right, promote Kyle Lewis to Los Angeles. Cool. So now let's see what Joe Madden thinks our lineup is. Yeah, so now, I mean, I think this is a really good lineup now. We've got Fletcher, Rendon, Trout, Ohtani at DH, Stanton batting fifth in left field, then Lewis batting sixth in right field, then White, Simmons, Hedges. And then we've got like Austin Hedges and Andrelton Simmons at catcher and shortstop, like at fielding, and then Trout out in center, who's not like an amazing center fielder, but he's good.
He's really good though. I mean, look at those ratings.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd love to have 65 is good, right? Like that's kind of the minimum of what I think you want out of your center fielder, but it's good enough
for range.
Yeah. What did I say? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I was just checking on. I just want to clarify.
And I think his bat might make up for it. I'm thinking maybe his bat.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
We might be able to find a spot in the lineup for this guy. But so the pitching was obviously the real concern. And so he now has Iglesias, Pomeranz, and Canely are the three guys that we got.
Yeah.
And they're at the back end of the bullpen. And then Bauer and Archer are 2 and 3 starters. I'd love to have another starter instead of Julio Teheran. But I think that's just going to be the way it's going to go for now. I looked at a free agency. There's really no starting pitchers. We do have that offer out. We have an offer out to a reliever.
Are you seeing the comments now?
No. I have I have the game full screen.
Let's see. Mr. Highlight Videos says sources are telling me that Foolish Baseball will stop watching the stream immediately if Tim Lacastro is not traded for. And then All Things Gaming backs that up. Says got to do that deal. And then Kevin Shea says that you need Lebowski. He would force Trout to move to DH.
Fair enough.
If anybody doesn't know who Lebowski is, check Pat's Jeffrey Lebowski set of streams or videos where he's created the best player, hopefully in Major League history, power hitting outfielder Jeffrey Lebowski for the Colorado Rockies. So also available on this channel.
So we'll have Carson Smith hopefully coming in to the bullpen. I think the bullpen will still need more help, but I think we'll wait till guys are either on waivers or the trade block to do that. The lineup, I think we need to sign a better utility guy because this is our backup infielder, and he's the only infield position he plays is third base, and he's terrible at it.
Right. It's funny. He's got a decent bat.
Yeah, his bat's not bad, but
although looks like last season his numbers weren't great.
Our scout thinks he's okay. His WRC plus was 69. That's pretty nice. So there is one guy out here. I was looking at this earlier before we got on. This is crazy. Let me go to just all infielders. The best guy out here, I think, was this guy, Devin Marrero. He only wants $1 million, and he can play every position well. I was thinking of just throwing an offer out there for him. What do you think?
I think that he was a member of the San Juan Zephyrs their first season.
Nice.
And then was traded during the second season because he had no bat and I had other guys with a good glove. But he has an excellent glove, and he was putting up some good WAR numbers for me, even though he wasn't hitting because his glove is so good.
So he wants a minor league deal with a $1 million if he gets promoted. I'm thinking I'm just going to offer him a major league contract worth a little less than that and make him our utility infielder once he signs. We could wait for waivers, but honestly, I'd rather just get an offer out to this guy.
Okay.
For $900,000 and get him in there as our utility infielder. You good with that?
Yeah. And now, what about any of the trades? The stream is the chat is asking for in the stream. Are you thinking about Edman as a replacement for Ward? Was one suggestion.
Yeah, we can look at Edman. I think he might.
Lots of requests for Tim LaCastro. Is it LaCastro? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Is that a reference to something in Foolish Baseball's sim? I'm not sure.
I have no idea. Why do I know why do I know this name?
You don't. I don't think.
Do I know it from Foolish Baseball's sim, and I'm just not sure if.
I think it's something. It's ringing a bell. I think it's something in that sim. They'll tell us.
I've seen this name, and I thought maybe they were trying to get us to go get a prospect. But you're telling me this guy's from Foolish Baseball's sim?
Maybe, or I think so. I think it's from that. They'll tell us.
I know this name, and I need to know why I know the name. I thought he was like a prospect or something.
Yeah, so to get Edman, Edman's not really too cheap. They want like Bauer or Ohtani in the deal with a prospect. So
got it.
And we forgot to say that is, some people were suggesting trades last time that weren't working. And we do have the trade difficulty set to the most difficult setting. So players who are more readily available at easier trade difficulty settings are, harder to get here. But honestly, I think this is a good team to roll into opening day with. We'll add that reliever and we'll add that utility infielder, and then go from there. I wish there was a way to get Pujols off this team, but we're just not going to be able to do it. I tried getting people to take even eat 5 or 10% of his deal, and people were like, "No, we're not going to pay him 5% of his deal to take him." So yeah, I don't know. Any other thoughts on this one?
I don't know. Hold on one second. For some reason, my computer's not charging, so I got to see what's up. So you keep talking, and I'll see what I can do here.
All right, cool. So it's a specific Foolish Baseball video. So let me. I feel like I've seen that or maybe I watched it a while ago. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why that. So Tim LaCastro. So he is a real guy? Huh? He is a real guy. And he is, not somebody we're going to trade for. But yeah, so I think this team is all right to roll into opening day with. We upgraded a catcher and got cheaper. Our backup catcher is good enough. He's got like a 65 catcher ability. Evan White hopefully has a good rookie season. Hopefully he busts out. David Fletcher's our leadoff hitter and playing second base. He's a good hitter, but I could see if he doesn't have a good year, we could always look to upgrade there. But then Rendon, Simmons, Stanton, Trout, those guys are the meat of our order, or not meat of our order, but the heart of our kind of offense and defense, our hitters, and then Kyle Lewis and then Ohtani at DH. And Pujols will play DH when Ohtani's pitching, I guess. But yeah, so and then we got Goodwin and Ward as backups on the team, and that's kind of the squad for hitting. And then pitching, we got, of course, Ohtani, and then Bauer and Archer, and then Haney. I'm good with Julio Teheran. We'd love to upgrade there. And then the bullpen, the three big arms we got, Iglesias, Pomeranz, Canely, awesome. The rest of this is kind of like was the former back end of the Angels bullpen. Middle relief, much more comfortable, but would love to upgrade here too. To try to just get a deeper bullpen. I think the back end of our bullpen is strong, but I think maybe on waivers or stuff like that, maybe we'll be able to claim somebody who's better.
Cool.
Do you want me to go to opening day and just see like what the predictions are and see who's on waivers, and then we'll hop over? Have you said what we're doing on your channel right after this?
I have not talked about it, but I can right now. I can drop the link in. So yeah, let's do that. Let's sim up to opening day, check the waiver wire and see what the predictions are. And then when we do our next stream, we can start giving some updates on how the season's going and see what we need to do, like at the trade deadline, to make sure this team is ready to make a good run.
Cool. I'll put a link talking about that. Yeah,
I'll put a link in, and we will. As soon as Pat and I finish this stream, we're jumping over to my channel to do a stream, episode number 4 of the San Juan Zephyrs, my fake MLB team. I set up a league with promotion and relegation. So there's this other league. What's that?
And it's awesome.
So there's another league called the Premier Baseball League now. I picked 15 cities that don't have a Major League Baseball team. And at the end of each season, 4 teams from that league get promoted to Major League Baseball, and the worst 2 from the AL and the worst 2 from the NL get relegated down to this new league. So after the first season, one of the 4 teams that got promoted was the San Juan Zephyrs, and I took over as their GM after season 1 with the challenge of seeing if I could get them to stay up in Major League Baseball and not get relegated after getting promoted, which will be a challenge. It's turning out to be a challenge because I basically have maybe the makings of a AAA team. I'm trying to get to make it in the majors. So,
and did you say how you started it? The Premier Baseball League team started with a free agent draft of all the players that were Major League free agents at the start of 2020.
Right, and so
basically a AAA team at best. Yeah. Did you put that link in there?
I'll drop it in there right now.
Cool. And while you're doing that, the Angels are predicted to win more games than anybody else in the AL with 97 wins. The A's are predicted for 92 and the Astros for 85. Trout, of course, predicted to be one of the best hitters. We've got Bauer, Archer, and Ohtani all predicted to be 3 of the best pitchers. So the 95 wins is second to only the Dodgers in all of major leagues. So big fan of that. And then let's just see the waiver wire real quick. We're not going to – there's nobody on waivers?
That's just pitchers.
Oh, maybe it's because it's the first season. That's right. The first season, I forgot that waivers isn't the free-for-all that it is in later seasons. So we've got –
that's a thin waiver situation.
We've got this guy, Eric Gonzalez. We could always try to claim. He's out of minor options, but he's – decent depth here, utility infielder. But we got that other guy coming in, I think. And then this is the Yankees backup catcher. I think it's like Higashioka or something. He's not anybody to claim. And then Cowgill is not anybody that we need. So nothing going on waivers. But I like the team we've put together. I think this is a good squad.
I think so too. Can I see those preseason predictions again for the standings?
Yeah, absolutely. So here we are.
So 97 wins. Okay. Tops in the AL, and also does it beat the NL as well?
No, the Dodgers have 104 predicted wins.
Okay, got it. All right. Cool. Might have an all LA World Series.
What's interesting here is the Angels are predicted to have the second best pitching staff in the AL.
We built that staff, man.
Yeah, fourth best in the majors in terms of team ERA. That's thanks to the 5 arms we brought in. Yeah.
So we got Archer, Bauer. Who was our other starter we got?
No other starter, but then we got Iglesias, Pomeranz, and Canely in the bullpen.
That's right. It was Canely was the other guy we got from the Yankees for relief. Okay, cool.
Right.
All right, man. Awesome. So I like the way we're looking going into the season. My only other question I was going to ask you, just so we can think about it, is what do we have left to spend?
Good question. We have $10.5 million left to spend, and that's if those 2 free agents sign with us. So those deals are taken out.
Okay.
So yeah, $10.5 million. I like that. That's a good amount of money to work with.
Yeah, awesome. The other thing I'm going to be interested to see as we start this sim and we get a couple months into the season is if we have anybody at AAA or AA who looks really good that we need to think about bringing up that we haven't traded away, because we traded a lot of the big prospects.
As you said, I think most of those guys are now on other teams.
Who is our top prospect now? Kyle Lewis?
Kyle Lewis and Evan White both qualified. Oh, Brandon Marsh. I didn't realize we didn't trade him. Oh, wow. He's not very highly thought of in this game. Well, OSA thinks he's okay.
But pretty good defensively. He's another guy we can bring up if we need.
Yeah. I think
defensive.
This guy, Sandoval, is a decent arm. We've got some decent bullpen depth down in AAA. Hitting wise, we don't have much. Oh, do we still have John May Jones? I don't realize we still had him. Wow, he's not very highly thought of in this game either. Well, our scout is not as high on OSA. So yeah, but that's it. You want to call it here, and then we'll come back and do another live stream and do some of the season maybe later this week. But hop over.
Yeah, it'd be fun to sim. It would be fun to sim up toward the trade deadline, so we can think about how we're doing, and then where the holes are. We'll see if there are any injuries. See what we need to be thinking about trading for, and how we want to spend that $10 million.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Awesome. All right, let's shut this stream down. I popped the link in the chat, and we'll be live on that stream in 5 minutes for an update live from San Juan. Got to hop a quick flight right now.
Somebody wanted to know what we thought of the Musgrove deal, which we talked about.
It was the first I heard of it was when you said it, and it blew me away that they went and got another pitcher. That's crazy.
I think it's awesome because so many major league teams these days are either one, rebuilding, or two, they realize they can get 85 wins and make the playoffs, and the playoffs are a crapshoot. And nobody, teams they're being treated more and more like businesses where they're trying to drive profit margins, and they're realizing they can do that by being decent and not great and not worrying about winning, which is a little maddening as a fan. So when you have teams like the Padres doing this, I love it. It's awesome.
The thing I like about it too, I haven't looked to see this trade, what they gave up. And I actually didn't look much at what was in the other half of the Darvish trade. But what I have liked about the Padres, you touched on this earlier, is they keep making these deals to bring in these really good players, and they have such a deep farm system. They're giving people a nice package of prospects, and they still keep holding on to their top prospects.
Yeah,
they stacked that farm system. Is just crazy.
Yeah, I think I looked at Fangraphs. I just glanced real quick at their top 50 Padres prospects, and I think the top one in this deal was their number 8 prospect. So
yeah, they keep leaving their top 5 alone. Though they had to trade. They traded a really big prospect last season.
Well, the Snell deal they gave up Patino,
right?
Who was one of their top prospects, and Mejia, who wasn't a prospect anymore, but was a good young player. But yeah, no, so I love it. I love seeing them go for it.
When they got Clevenger last year, was there a bigger prospect than Patino in that trade?
Oh, I can't even remember what the Clevenger deal was. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I don't think he's higher than Patino though.
Okay, maybe he was the highest one they've given up. So
we're gonna hop over to the Zephs channel in like 2 minutes and do the 2021 MLB draft, right?
Exactly. We're going to update people on how 2020 finished for the Zephs and tell them whether we were promoted or relegated, because we were fighting the Pirates for that last spot. And then I've simmed into the 2020, I guess it's the 2022 season. Yeah. So we'll tell them how we finished in 2021, and then it's draft day 2022. And I'm calling Pat Holden of the fake Baltimore Orioles in as a special advisor.
Quantrill and Naylor. That's right. We're in that Clevenger trade. Yeah, who I don't think were. I think they had enough MLB experience, maybe where they weren't prospects anymore, but they gave up decent major league players. But they got the best major league player in the trade.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I will. I'll end this one, and then I'll see you over on the other stream in just a couple minutes.
All right. See you there, man.
Okay. Later.
Bye.